Hello dear friends, today we are going to read one chapter of ninth class and the name of the chapter is Packing. The story is about three friends and they are going somewhere, so they have started packing and they think that they are the best packers of the world. And now let us see in the video that who is the best packer and who is the worst packer. So let us start the video. In this story, there are three friends. The name of three friends is Jerome, the writer, other one is George, and the third one is Harris. So the writer is thinking that he is perfect in packing. He is saying, I think I can pack, because he is proud of himself about his packing. He is thinking that I am the best packer of the world and I can do this work very, very well. And he is surprised that I am expert in so many other things also. So he want to do the packing. So he said the fact to his friends George and Harris that I am the best packer of the world. You just don't worry about the packing. I will manage everything. And the friend of this writer, Jerome, they took the things literally, and what they did that they just relaxed and left everything on the writer itself. What was unusual? What is uncanny? Uncanny means supernatural. It means they are just supernatural people who followed instructions very, very clearly. And George just sat down on the chair and relaxed himself, and Harris also, he just moved his legs on the table, and both are just relaxing. So they are not going to help in any kind of packing. This was hardly Jerome wanted to convey them. Actually, Jerome wanted to say to them that I will boss this job. It means I will give you the instructions, and Harris and George, both of you, what you have to do, you have to move according to my instructions, and now and then, it means again and again, I will give you instructions that do this work like this and do that work like that. It means he wanted to give only instructions to both of them. Now, what they are doing, it just irritated the writer, but he's saying that this is the most irritating thing in my life. When I am doing something and other people are just sitting, they are not doing anything. I don't like this thing. He's saying that once I lived with a man who just made me mentally retarded. He would just sit on the sofa and watch me doing so many things, and he will just relax on the sofa for so many hours, and I thought that he made me just mentally unfit, because how can a person sit on a sofa for so much long time and watching other people doing something else? I can't sit still. The writer is saying my just nature is like that I can't sit still, and I can't see men working very, very hard and I am just sitting. I am a very, very intelligent and energetic person. I always want to work, and what kind of work I want to do just I want to supervise the people that how to do this work and how to do that work. This is my energetic nature. I don't want to do packing, or I don't want to do any kind of work. What I want, I will take my hands in my pockets, I will wander here and there, and I will just guide to the people that you have to do this work like this and you have to do that work like that only. This is my nature. But I didn't say anything to my friends. I just started the packing, and this task looked me a little bit longer because I thought we all will do, but my friends didn't help me. So alone I had to do all the things. Finally, I finished everything. I sat on my bag and strapped it. I thought that I have finished everything. Same time, my friend Harris asked to me, "Aren't you not going to put the boots in?" And I was really very much shocked that, oh my God, I've forgotten that. Now what to do? Now again I have to do the packing. Once again I will have to do everything from the starting. That's just like Harris. Harris is just like very unusual person. He could have said me this thing before I have finished everything, but before I have shut and strapped the bag, he didn't say me a single word. And when I have finished all the thing, then only he informed me about the boots. Now what to do? I can't help him. He is having this kind of nature only. And George is also laughing when both of them are laughing, and it is really irritating me. I just want to behave just like a wild person, but what to do? I can't help myself. My nature is, as I told you, is very soft and good. I opened the bag and packed the boots in, and then just as I was going to close it, a horrible idea came in my mind. And that idea was just very surprising. And the idea was that, had I packed my toothbrush or not? This is the thing which give me troubles always. I'm always worried about my toothbrush. Whenever I am traveling, my toothbrush gives me lots of trouble because I don't remember whether I have packed it or not. And suddenly sometime it happened. Before going somewhere in the night, I will dream and I will wake up suddenly, and I thought that, oh my God, I have packed my brush or not. My whole body will be in great sweat. But what to do? I will run that time and I will search for my brush and I will pack it in the bag. But in the morning time, when I need my brush, I have to unpack it again and take it out. And when we are moving out for the railway station or for the airport, then again I have to see, oh my God, I have to do my brush, and where is my brush? I have to search for it, and then again I have to pack it, but I again forgot to pack it, and finally in the end I will take it in my hand and run away with it, covering it in my handkerchief. Of course, I had to turn everything out now, but I could not find it. When I am searching my brush, I am not able to find my brush. I discovered the things into the same state when the world was just started, and all the things were very new, and they were not in a arranged manner. And now I'm searching my brush, but to my surprise, I didn't find my brush. I found George and Harris 18 times, but I couldn't find my own brush. One by one, again I have to pack the things. Again I am checking each and everything. Then finally I found it inside a boot. Once more I repacked my bag. When I had finished, George asked me if the soap was in, and I shouted on him, I don't bother whether the shop is in or out. Now I am going to shut my bag and strap it, and everything is over from my side. Then suddenly I think whether I have packed my spectacles or not. Then I had to reopen my bag because I need my spectacles to read something. So dear friends, again and again I have to pack my bag, and again I have to unpack my bag. Finally, at 10:05 p.m. we three had finished most of the things, and now what was remaining? That was hampers. Only food baskets were remaining to pack. So I thought, now my dear friends Harris and George, they can also do something, and they said to me that we will do it. Don't worry about the hampers, we will manage it. Just you sit down and relax, and now we are going to show you what kind of packers we are. Now I agreed, I sat down, and they started everything. So let us see how they have started. They began in a light-hearted spirit, and they wanted to show me their packing skills. But I was just waiting to happen something, and after some time I found that they are doing unlimited things. I looked at the piles of plates, cups, kettles, bottles, jars, pies, stoves, cakes, tomatoes, etc. How they are going to pack these things? This is really giving me shocks. I felt that really interesting things are going to happen now. It did. They started with breaking a cup. That was the first thing they did. Now they are going to do something very, very interesting. And really, they are going to prove that they are the worst bakers. Harry started baking strawberry jam on the top of a tomato and squashed it. And they had to pick out the tomato with a teaspoon. And then it was George's turn. Now he is just walking on the butter, and he's saying, oh my god, I haven't done anything. And now they are moving here and there, and they are searching for the butter, but they could not find it because he put his slack on the butter. I felt that it made them nervous and excited, and they stepped on things and put things behind them. And now when they are searching, they are unable to find them. And they packed the light breakfast at the bottom and put heavy things on top and smash the pies in. So they are destroying all the things. They upset salt over everything. And if we talk about the butter, I have never seen in my life two persons doing so many things with small quantity of butter. After George had got it off from his sleeper, they tried to put it in the kettle, but it was not ready to go inside. It was not coming out from there. Now they are very much surprised. Finally, they took it out and put down on a chair, and Harry sat on the same chair, and it stuck to him. Now once again they are running here and there, and they are searching where it is more. I have never seen two people doing so many stunts with small things. I will take my oath, and I put down on the chair, said George, staring at the empty seat. I saw you do it myself not a minute ago, said Harris. Then they started round the room again looking for it, and then they met again in the center and stared at one another. They are surprised where it is. They are not able to find it. Most extraordinary things I have seen in my life when two of my friends, they are doing this kind of packing. And finally George turned and found it at the back of Harris. Oh my god. Finally, I found 8. Now he is very much angry on him and turn round properly. And now I am going to take it out from you. And once again, they put it in the teapot. Now, one more thing is there, Montmorency. Montmorency is the name of the dog, and Montmorency is really very, very naughty. Montmorency is having only ambition in his life. The ambition is that you have to just go and disturb the people when they are doing some kind of important work, and when they throw something on you, your life is completed or your day is completed. Until that thing, your day or your life is not completed. And one more thing he like to do, whenever someone is standing, and he will just go behind that person so that someone will stumble over him and curse him for so many long time. It is the highest aim Montmorency is having, and once he has finished it, then you can see the ego he is having in his eyes and in his mind that I am succeeded in my task. He came and sat down on things just when they were wanted to be packed, and we are just searching everywhere. And whenever George or Harris, they are searching something, what was it? It was his cold damp nose. He put his legs into the jam and he worried the teaspoons, and he thought that the lemons were rats and got into the hamper and killed 3 of them before Harris could just hit him with the frying pan. Harris said, I encouraged him, but I didn't encourage him. These kind of dogs, they don't want any kind of encouragement. They are naturally like this. They are very, very naughty in their nature. Finally, at 12:50, all the packing was done, and Harris sat on the big basket and hoped that nothing is broken. But it was his mistake. If he's sitting on the basket, definitely some things are broken. George said, if anything was supposed to be broken, it is already broken. So don't worry about something. Now let us go to sleep so that we can wake up early in the morning. We tossed for the beds and Harry said to sleep with me. He said, do you prefer the inside or the outside, Jerome? And I said, I want to sleep inside. Harry said it was unusual, but he said, what time shall I wake you fellows? He was just asking to us. Harry said 7. I said no, 6, because I wanted to write some letters. Harris and I had a bit of row over it, but at the last moment we decided that we can wake up at 6:30. So we said to George, please wake us at 6:30. But there was no response from George's side. There was no response, and we found that he had been already slept. So we placed the bathtub there where he will wake up in the morning, and when he will wake up, he will tumble into it and he will fall down, and we went to bed ourselves. So this was the story, the packing, how these 3 friends thought that they are the best packers and they proved themselves as the worst packers. Dear friends, please don't forget to subscribe.